me just quickly reposition the camera. Okay, I'm going to be doing a whisper ramble, and I've noticed a lot of people holding the mic when they do this, so I thought I would give it a go, especially because I have a bit of a sore back at the moment. What I might do is actually quickly move something. I just moved something out of the way so I can more easily hold the microphone now. But this is going to be a whisper ramble about my recent trip to Prague, and I'm going to be speaking in both English and Italian. I have on this comfy dressing gown because it's just been a long day. So I will now switch in both Italian and English, and I hope you enjoy. Hopefully I don't make too much noise moving the microphone. I don't know how people do this, like how they hold it, but hopefully it can be some really close whispers as well. So about a month ago, I went to Prague. Sono andata da sola. So I went alone to Prague a month ago, and it was honestly such an amazing trip. I absolutely loved the city. È stato bellissimo. Mi sono innamorata della città e delle persone che vivono lì. People were super kind there, honestly, so friendly, so welcoming. I learned a few words in Czech before going. Lo dico adesso un po' in italiano. Tutti erano molto simpatici lì e ho imparato alcune parole in Czech perché volevo andare lì con alcune parole come grazie o per favore forse o ciao e le cose così. So I was there for 5 days, and before I went I did some research on the public transport because I wanted to, from the airport take the public transport instead of a taxi so I could save money and things like that. So there's lots of really useful YouTube videos online that were really helpful. So that was great, and honestly they have apparently the best public transport system in Europe. I think that's what I read online. And yeah, so I was able to get to the city centre with my suitcase really easily. With the public transport there you have to stamp your ticket. So when you've bought it, in order to show that you have bought it and used it within the time frame that you have, you stamp it before getting on the public transport, which is quite different to the UK. So I'll just repeat that in Italian. Quindi prima di partire ho fatto un po' di ricerca e ho guardato online come usare i mezzi pubblici, perché io volevo prendere i mezzi pubblici dall'aeroporto invece di un taxi, e ho imparato tantissimo, e online ha detto che i mezzi pubblici a Praga sono forse i migliori di tutta l'Europa, quindi non avevo paura o niente, ma volevo solo guardare online un po' come usare i biglietti e le cose così. Con i biglietti non so se è la stessa cosa in Italia, ma devi stampare il biglietto prima di salire il pullman o il tram o il metro. In Inghilterra non si deve fare quello, è un po' diverso. Normalmente si compra il biglietto sul pullman o si paga prima di entrare il posto dove devi prendere i mezzi pubblici. Quindi è stato molto facile, molto bello. Ho capito come usare tutti i mezzi pubblici molto in fretta, e anche se nella città è molto facile camminare ai diversi posti turistici, è bello avere l'opzione di usare i mezzi pubblici. So some of the things I did when I was there is I visited the astronomical clock. I went to lots of different churches as well. I actually went during the Easter markets, which was amazing. If you ever want to go to Prague, I highly recommend going in April when they have the Easter markets, because you get to try really good food and you get to listen to good music as well, which I really enjoyed. It's actually really nice wearing this dressing gown at the moment because I'm a little bit cold. And then I also went to the famous castle, and I actually walked there across the famous Charles Bridge. So there are quite a few different bridges in Prague that you can see, and they have famous statues on them. But the famous one is the Charles Bridge, and you'll see there are so many tourists that go on this bridge. And yeah, it wasn't too busy in April. I'm sure it gets much busier in the summer months though. And yeah, all the touristy stuff, like there were some free things, some things I'd prepaid for or I paid for when I got there, but it was well worth visiting them all, honestly. Visiting them all. And then, apologies if you heard the door shutting just then. And then, yeah, I'll talk a bit about food in a minute and some things that I bought, but I just want to say it in Italian, things that I saw. Quindi stavo dicendo in inglese, se non parli inglese, che ho visto tantissime cose belle, ho visitato dei musei, delle chiese bellissime. Lo so che l'Italia ha delle chiese bellissime, ma anche qui a Praga ci sono. Poi c'è un orologio astronomico, penso che si dice così, che è molto molto famoso, e ogni giorno alle 6 o forse alle 5 o ogni giorno, ogni ora c'è un piccolo spettacolo all'orologio, e l'ho visto ogni volta o ogni giorno. E poi ho visitato il castello famoso e ho camminato lì, anche se si può prendere dei mezzi pubblici, ma è molto bello quando sei da sola camminare durante il giorno dappertutto nella città, così puoi vedere dei edifici bellissimi e i posti bellissimi. E quindi sono andata al castello. E l'ultima cosa, sì, ci sono tantissimi ponti famosi a Praga, e sono andata al Charles Bridge, il ponte di Charles, non mi ricordo più perché si chiama così, ma sono andata lì e c'erano tantissimi turisti, ma è stato bellissimo e mi sono divertita tanto e ho conosciuto alcune persone anche. Adesso parlo un po' del cibo, di cosa ho mangiato. Come sto dicendo, non posso parlare di tutto perché ci sarà tantissimo, ma davvero una bellissima città. So food, what food did I eat? So I ate really well there. I actually had a lot of like veggie and vegan food because I am veggie, and there was an amazing place, I've forgotten the name of it now, but if you look it up online, if you go, you'll definitely be able to find it. But they have this vegan Czech restaurant where they make traditional Czech food, but they've made it all vegan, which is just amazing, and it was actually really tasty. So I had like a schnitzel essentially, where it was like fake chicken, breaded, like covered in breadcrumbs with a potato salad, and that was so good. And I had a little mocktail there as well because I didn't want to drink anything. And then I also, on one of the days, I had some Korean food because I found a Korean place that does Korean corn dogs. So I had some I had a Korean corn dog with mozzarella. And if you haven't had a Korean corn dog, I highly recommend having one. Honestly, some of the best. I just love it so much. And then I ate a lot at the food markets. So again, I can't remember the name of it. But it was essentially like fried bread with cream cheese on it, and then grated cheese and crispy garlic, and it was so tasty. I had that like 2 evenings or 3 evenings in a row. And then I also had some pizza. Got some takeaway pizza and sat by the river. So there's actually a river that runs through the city, and it's really beautiful when it's sunny to like sit by it. So that was just some of the amazing food that I had. I'm trying to think, and then did I try any Czech beer? I don't remember, but yeah, it was really good. I'll now explain that in Italian a little bit. Quindi il cibo a Praga per me era buonissimo. Ho provato un po' di tutto, ma non ho mangiato la carne perché in questo momento sono vegetariana, quindi non voglio mangiare la carne, e non era un problema. A Praga c'era un ristorante dove facevano i piatti tipici o tipici o tradizionali del paese, ma lo facevano tutto vegano, quindi ho mangiato è un po' come un'impanata, quindi era pollo non vero, penso che era carne di soia, fatta di soia, era impanata, e poi l'ho mangiato con un'insalata. Non mi ricordo più di cosa stavo parlando, ma stavo dicendo che c'era un ristorante dove si poteva mangiare il cibo tradizionale, ma era tutto vegano, molto molto buono. Ho anche mangiato la pizza e ho detto, non so se l'ho detto, ma in italiano, ma c'erano tanti mercati perché era Pasqua, quindi se vuoi andare a Praga vai durante la Pasqua, perché tutto il mese di aprile o forse un po' di maggio, non lo so, hanno dei mercati bellissimi dove si può mangiare di tutto. Non mi ricordo il nome di cosa ho mangiato, ma era un po' come la pizza, ma era un po' di pane fritto con su un po' di sour cream, un tipo di formaggio, e poi un po' di mozzarella e un po' di aglio fritto, che era molto croccante. Era buonissimo, l'ho mangiato forse 3 volte, e poi, come ho detto, ho mangiato anche la pizza, e poi ho provato il dolce famoso, non so se viene da Praga, ma è come un donut, quindi è un po' di pastella fritta con sopra del cioccolato e del zucchero, quindi ho mangiato molto molto bene. Sì, adesso parlerò di alcune cose che ho comprato e poi finisco il video qui. So, I'm just gonna say some souvenirs that I got from Prague. I did get a postcard, which I don't have with me right now, but it has the famous, like, towers. So Prague is known for its buildings and its famous towers. So that was a really nice thing that I brought back. I then also bought a book. I bought a book because they had this amazing shop where you could get loads of different, like, handmade gifts, but I wanted to get, which I actually got some for my family. I got my sister a lip balm that has beer in it, because beer is meant to be really good for you, good for your skin and stuff. But I got this book, which is The Unbearable Lightness of Being. It's a very famous book. I don't know if you've heard of it, by Milan Kundera, and it's a modern classic, and it's actually set in Prague. I'll just read the back for you. A young woman is in love with a successful surgeon, a man torn between his own love for her and his womanizing. His mistress, a free-spirited artist, lives her life as a series of betrayals, while her other lover stands to lose everything because of his noble qualities. In a world where lives are shaped by choices and events and everything occurs but once, existence seems to lose its substance and weight, and we feel the unbearable lightness of being. Kundera's iconic 1984 novel provoked and inspired an entire generation. Encompassing passion and philosophy, body and soul, the Prague Spring and modern America, political acts and private desires, comedy and tragedy, in fact all of human existence. So it's a really famous book, and I'm so happy that I got it for myself as my little present from Prague. I then got presents mainly for other people, but this was something that I bought that I still need to give to someone, a special someone. And this is essentially a, like, chocolate paste. So it's like, I don't know if it's hazelnut, but it's essentially Nutella homemade by a local artist or person. So yeah, there were lots of nice like souvenir shops as well, which I loved. Quindi in italiano ho comprato alcuni regali per la mia famiglia e i miei amici, e per me stessa ho comprato un libro qua così, e non so come si chiama in italiano, ma è un libro molto molto famoso e si chiama The Unbearable Lightness of Being, e ho voluto comprare, invece di comprare, non so, qualcosa da mettere nella mia stanza, volevo comprare qualcosa come un libro, ma ho anche comprato una piccola cartolina, con su le torri di Praga, e poi ho anche comprato di qualcosa un po' zuccherato che si può mangiare con il pane. E il viaggio è stato bellissimo, ho conosciuto della gente molto simpatica. La parola che ho usato tantissimo è buongiorno, che in ceco è dobrý den, quindi sì, una volta ho detto dobrý den quando sono arrivata a un museo e la signora mi ha parlato in ceco. Meno male ho capito cosa stava dicendo, anche se non stavo parlando in inglese, quindi è andato tutto bene, ma mi ha fatto ridere. E sì, grazie per aver visto questo video. In English, quickly, I just want to say that Prague is a beautiful city, so if you ever go, please have an amazing time. I had to finish the video here because I'm essentially running out of storage, but if you ever go to Prague, have an amazing time, and use the word dobrý den